Asia, Europe, Australia, the islands of the South Pacific, and the early Americas. The word Olmec is derived from the Olmec root olen, which means rubber. Therefore, the word Olmec can be translated as the rubber people, or the word from the land where in the land where rubber is produced.
That's in West Africa.
Yeah.
They didn't grow rubber on the western side. They grow rubber in the west, like Vietnam, you know, Firestone and Liberia.
Okay. There is strong evidence that Africans did not come to America first on slave ships or as crew members and pilots on white ships, but on their own ships as early as 1100. Some of them say 1300. Some even say 1500. Europeans reached America by accident. Why couldn't Africans reach it by design? Not only were Africans here in the Americas before Columbus, but they helped build the Olmec civilization, the parent civilization to all subsequent ones in Mesoamerica. You can read about all of this in Dr. Ivan Van Sertima's book, They Came Before Columbus, African Presence in Early America. You can read about that in Dr. Ivan Van Sertima's book. Olmec heads, especially one of Tres Zapatas, showing Ethiopian-type braids and South American pyramids, similar to the ancient Egyptian pyramids. The Olmec civilization was known for its magnificent temples and pyramids, religious rituals, its reverence for the jaguar, hieroglyphic writing, and calendar. They also had knowledge of the number 0. See, that's another big lie people have always said. Well, the Arabs introduced the concept of 0 to African people. How do you build the pyramids and you dealing with geometry in different forms and you don't start with a base number of 0? You can't start with number 1 and build no pyramids. You have to start with a base number being 0. See?
Oh, that panther, the panther part, that we seeing something about it being sacred and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you think they got that idea from the Ethiopians? Talking about that too? Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There were a series of 16 colossal heads in southwest Mexico, carved out of basalt, each standing 9 feet tall and weighing from 10 to 40 tons. You can't even imagine something being that heavy. 10 to 40 tons. These Olmec heads portray African features such as thick, heavy lips, full cheeks, broad noses, and helmets. The helmets are the Nubian type, worn by Nubian soldiers of the 25th dynasty of Egypt between 948 and 680 BCE. The Olmec sculptures show an unmistakably Africoid character and origin. The Olmec's religious beliefs and practices show similarities between the Egyptian god Sokar and the Mexican god Aken. They had African burial customs, such as mummification, the mummy mask, the use of purple, and the artificial beard. You know, that's something that the African Egyptian pharaohs wore. You know, remember I told you, the beard, the false beard on the Pharaoh was called the postache. But the one that was on Harry Market, what we know as the Sphinx, is in the back room at the British Museum. They don't even put it out.
So, the Nubians were the first to make strides to the Western world. And then everybody else came later, like people from Guinea, Ghana,
Egypt is the daughter of Ethiopia. Egypt is the daughter of Ethiopia. Okay. Furthermore, reports by European travelers document East and West Africans making voyages to the West. Columbus, whose real name is Cristobal Colon, was the first person from Europe to say that there were Africans already in America. See, they never tell us these things. See, I mean, the Columbus first to say it. Nobody says these things. See, black people never did anything. You didn't know anything about maritime science, about how to navigate the ocean. See, but Columbus said it in his journals. How he run into Africans. Amerigo Vespucci talked about it. Then Columbus talked about it. Yeah. Africans came to the Americas first, not as slaves, but as explorers, traders, visitors, and built the Native Americans a great civilization that could not be erased. Could not be burnt by Europeans. Okay. Book burning and vandalism in Mexico. Now, remember those pictures. Go, skip over that page. Skip over that page. Go to the next page. Go to the third page. Look at those 4 pictures you see there. What I wrote down there. Look at the 4 pictures. Flourishing more than 1,000 years before Columbus, the Olmecs was the parent civilization of ancient America. Colossal monuments of stone heads in Mexico show numerous carvings of them as gods. Their faces are unmistakably Africoid, along with many other Africoid portraits in stone, clay, copper, and gold. The Olmecs were undoubtedly profoundly influenced by black migrants from Africa's Nile Valley. Columbus himself made emphatic reference to black traders from Guinea. Below are pictures of black African gods in America. Now this picture at the top on the right, what does that picture look like to you? What does that picture look like to you? It looks like Mike Tyson.